Jack Robinson was a little bit disappointed, I guess to say the least, when he lost early at Pipe. I mean, being a past champ, having a 10-point ride. He got the first Yeti 110 Tundra of the season for that 10, but then was upset by rookie Al Cleland Jr. He actually took some time on the sand. I haven't seen him that disappointed at a loss in a long time. So it's a pretty good turnaround, 3 minutes, 45 seconds in between waves, and round of 16 is officially back on. Heat 7, all-Australian matchup, East Coast versus West Coast. Lobby getting started on the forehand from Burley Heads. Big whip there, well timed. Pulls in and enjoys that tunnel vision. Nice clean connection off the lip. Quickly through the pocket again and throws the variety with the wrapping turn and gets stuck trying to drill that section.
Oh, we got the Cruzy there.
That's right, Mitch Cruz. His girlfriend Gabby also working here as well. Mitch Cruz on the championship tour in the past. Jesse, I'm sure you had some heats with him over the years, either on the QE or the CT. What a fast surfer, explosive, likes to get radical, and he is so good at surfing this venue. Living out here these days. Here's Liam's first.
Yeah, he would be at a great threat here, mostly on those right-handers. And this is just lob, starting off a little bit more I expected from him on that start. Like, he was very sharp, and we usually expect that from him. You don't want to be repetitive. You don't want to be, you want to have the element of surprise.
Liam getting started, nice fan there in the afternoon light. And just, wow, real quickly moving through a few good points before the tube ride. And that's that classic tube style that you dream to have. That left arm is going to guide him back out to the open face. A couple of setups to get to the lip. Drives that board off the bottom again and comes around the corner. That board from DHD looking great on the left-hander. Slows down, nice and low. Liam O'Brien completely disappearing. And now forces the fins out. That has been a challenging maneuver to lay down for a number of surfers today.
This is more like what I was saying on that right in comparison to this left. You know, more energy, more possessed, more sure-footed. Knew exactly what he was doing and didn't hesitate. Beautiful technique on his backhand. Applying multiple critical maneuvers, getting that nice and deep barrel, very long, beautiful style. Using that front leg to stall himself up, slow himself down in the barrel, get as much as tube time as possible, and then finish it off with a very deep barrel like you mentioned, Joe. Look, he disappears and then stalls right there in the end. You couldn't see from that angle, but we saw it from the previous angle, and finish it off with a nice nose peak backside reverse as he was whipping his head back around. It's just bottomed out under him. And
those are those waves that will be in your memory forever, especially if you got the view inside that pit. Jack Robinson will never forget it. Starts the wrapping turn quickly into the pocket. Third move, he'll use the lip over the roof, and now laying low for some tube time. Such a natural when it comes to barrel riding. Quick fin throw, another snap, pushing a bit harder. Robinson through the whitewater crumble, and now he's going to continue to sweep it off the lip. Now he's going to outrun the pit for an early alley-oop. Perfect landing into a wrap. Tweaks the finish and throws down another snap. That end section's now turning into maybe a 3-turn combination platter. His wife Julia loves it. Mateo standing by. Nice, clean, comfortable performance for Jack Robbo.
So impressive to see how conscious he is throughout the whole wave. You can see, you can kind of look like, take a close look to him in some of those angles that we have like a pulled in. You can see the expression of his face, how focused he is, how he can identify every and each section and keep himself calm. Second turn here is beautiful. Pushing that tail, getting a good release. Then that's what I'm talking about. Look how calm he stays. Knows that wave's going to start to run in front of him, so he doesn't overcook that turn. to really make sure he does a beautiful alley-oop to finish it off with a great transition into a cutback. See his back hands right there, kind of aiming it. Like you can see him touching the lip just to give him how much clearance he has in order to get tight, but not get hit by the lip, because that transition right there is very tight on the surfers. And as you pumping down the line, you can see the lip almost hitting your head. So it's very impressive from him to use that inside hand to do that.
A lot of people that just have it so down, they don't need to do the grab now. We've seen a couple of versions of the alley-oop that Josh Kerr created with the double grab. But a lot of them are just so good with their footwork. They use sticky wax and they can just pull it down with their connection to their surfboard. Jack Robinson already getting started on his left, a 7.33 start on his right. Already has the best numbers so far. Just that timeless style when he's riding the barrel. Big fan, but overturning that section will keep him behind, and he'll have a mark to improve on his second left. Only needed a 2.84 for the lead change. They'll let you know 24 hours before. If it goes green, all big wave chargers in the event are activating and getting themselves to Nazare, the craziest big wave in the world. You can watch it all on WorldSurfLeague.com and Red Bull TV as we get back into this one. Liam O'Brien with that silky style, enjoying his start. Wow, I love the timing. Puts a little extra when he times it right, a little flare when he hits the lip line, and now he's just getting funneled. Pops back out, look at that canvas. Enjoy it, Lobby. It really extended that snap. Winds up again. Laying into another beautiful turn. He's off to a great start. He's got to really get going. He put his head under, perfect timing, makes it. Blows the tail, hangs it out the back for a bit, and he's able to enjoy that tail blow. Joel Vaughn with a beautiful golf clap, supporting Lobby's performance.
He definitely did the work right there. That was beautiful surfing, sharper, you know, like he cuts the water a little bit faster, like you mentioned, he has more spark. Point of difference than Jack, which is a heavy-footed guy that displays more water, but as you're gonna see right here, that beautiful acceleration through that turn. Gets nice and deep in that first section right there, and he's gonna start unleashing. This is the easiest part for the surfers, you know, the tube ride, and this is where it gets very tricky for you to keep your momentum, keep your focus throughout the wave. He's been surfing already for probably about 20 seconds. Pushing that back foot. Get barreled once again, pretty deep, and finish it off with a nice hanger right there. Probably would have liked to come out a little bit cleaner, but still looks nice. Like it's something that we haven't seen it so much.
It'll have to be one of the best waves we've seen today to make that. Or instead, Jack's chasing the 8.93, so Liam out in front now with that 7 and the 6. So he can force that score higher into the 9s if he improves on a 6.0 here. Cool lighting, so backlit, and just with his style, just adds to the visuals here. The Surf Abu Dhabi Pro belting the lip, nice timing there. Liam now running after this end section pit. He's really deep, so to push that score further on Jack, who already needs an 8.93. Liam was hoping to better a 6.0, but getting caught there. We'll see what happens.
Well, but let's just mention Jack needs an 8.93 on the right-hander because he already has a high score of 7.33. So, I mean, breaking it down, he just needs to go massive on the right-hander to better that, even if he doesn't get to an 8.93. So he's going to make his requirement on the last left. He's going to have a little bit smaller, but beautiful surfing there. Look at his front knee. He's going to put the outside of his leg, just slow himself down. And then he did that once again, and then starts pumping down the line, hitting on the gas. And he knows he has to push. He already has a 6-point ride on the left. Just gets a little bit too late here. It's been so unforgiving throughout this whole event, that last section. It's such a small barrel.
In a wave system with the Kelly Slater Wave Company technology. Download it now, play for free. Get it on the App Store and in Google Play. Find out more on our website on WorldSurfLeague.com. Already attacking a lot of great sections out the back is Jack Robinson. one of the best barrel riders in the world. Doesn't have to even be pipe. It could be point breaks. It could be 1 foot beach breaks. He is so connected. Nice flow over the top of that section. So he's trying to improve on a 7.33 to improve his right score. Giant alley-oop again, and a similar type of carve where he just stops all of his speed. I'm sure you have a book about all the different types of speed-burning carves as well.
No, we don't have that. It's specifically to that turn. It's just the finna that the Aussies would call it.
The finner, yeah. That's a cool carve to kind of carve to slide. You get your tail all the way out the other end. Jack's been liking it as a finish on his right-hander as we break it down.
I mean, I love how solid Jack just looks on that wave and just doing almost exact the same what he did on the previous right, but just a little bit more possessed, like a little bit more drive through the turns, pushing that tail harder. Beautiful tube technique right there for him, which expectable. And then he's going to start unloading here. Brings that carve all the way back around, pushes that fin. He's going to get one and then another one before that big setup for the alley-oop. And this one might have been even higher. It would be nice to actually maybe try and have a split screen of that, like just to see how high he got compared to the other one, because those waves are pretty similar. I think that's going to be a big difference in between the scores. But look how much he opened up on that turn right after the barrel. Beautiful surfing for him, pushing that. That's what I'm mentioning. He's pushing it more, so it feels like he didn't leave. He left less in the bone on that wave. Like he like it almost feels like he's going to grow in the score in that one. Like it's kind of undeniable. And that felt like it was a bigger alley-oop as well. Landing in transition, almost stomped it a little bit harder, more dramatic, and finished it off with a nice drawn-out carve. Felt like he was going to cut back that thing.
It was a celebratory moment. Jordy gave us our first excellent score and then fell on the left when he needed that 5-point ride. Here comes Jack. Looks like he's nice and loose, comfortable, flowing through his points. He's been riding a swallowtail. We've seen a few more swallowtails at this event show up in the Red Bull Athlete Zone. He comes out. Now Jack looking to go to town off the top. Nice drifting snap. Punching out the pocket a few times. Now setting up the end section barrel, laying really low. Nice solid stance and a ton of time in the tube. Jack now reaching for his finish, clean vertical, and he's feeling it. And looking really promising to see Jack get the switch in his favor for a spot in the quarterfinals.
I mean, he was pretty clutch. Like on the wave before, adding over half a point on his best red score, so keeping that the requirement a little bit on the lower side, which it helps a lot, and just finish it off the wave strong from beginning to the end. And that's what I was talking about. Didn't nurse it, but also didn't overcook it. Just solid surfing, straight to work. Sets up right there. Nice and beautiful technique, get tucked in. And that's what we all expect from him and from most of the surfers. We'll actually have even some time, 2 times, to kind of get some water out of his face. Threw out the barrel and just so beautiful, applied some pressure in the right place. Never overcooked it. Just very calm and collected. Got pretty deep on that last barrel, but this is what I'm talking about. Like, that's the second time he kind of takes the water and the hair out of his face. That just shows how focused he is and how in control he is of everything that's around him. Beautiful snap right there. I mean, I gotta say, a 5-point ride. He's looking good to get that score, in my opinion. Just solid surfing right there for him. And finish it off strong. Exactly what you expect from a guy like Jack Robinson.
It's great use of the tube as well, getting so low, disappearing completely, and just holding such a strong line. So you look at the numbers there for Jack Robinson. 8-point ride on the right, really made that left really attainable, needing the mid-range 5.0. Just a touch better, 5.83, so really close with the 2 regular footers from Australia.